Now, the next part of the social structure is social networks. And a social network means you have a relationship with one person, and through them, a relationship to everybody they know too. It's kind of that thing that we hear about sometimes about the rule of 6 or something. What do they call it when there's 6 people? Yeah, 6 degrees of separation. That's it. Thank you. So a network says you have one relationship and through them a relationship to a whole other group. That's social networking. Now in the modern world, that's what you want to do. You want to be a social networker. 75% of jobs for college students are found through social networks, not through applications and resumes and that kind of thing. You usually find a job because you know somebody who knows somebody. So you know somebody you work with and they leave. A good thing to do is to meet with them once a month. That's my wife, and have lunch. And Mary Kay's really good at that. She has friends from high school still who come by. And she goes out and eats lunch with them, and they're in Dallas now. And they know somebody in Dallas, and she has a friend down there. And before you know it, she knows there's a job opening somewhere. And so you find jobs through this network, don't you? You go to church and you say, I lost my job. Well, what do you do? I'm an accountant. Well, he's a really good guy. He's looking for an accounting job. And 8 people are out looking for a job for you. And the next thing you know, somebody calls you and says, well, I have a friend who works at so-and-so, and they have an opening in their accounting department. Why don't you apply? And I'll tell them you're going to apply and write you a letter of recommendation. And that's social networking. Now, social networking is like money, except it's social money. And you can spend that money. Actually, you're making social networks with me. You just don't know it. But if you're a really good student in here and you do real well in my class and you need a recommendation, and you call me up and you said, I'm applying for a job, I need a recommendation letter, I'll say, fine. I'll look back at your grades, at your transcripts, see what kind of student you were. If you're a good student, I'll say, okay, I'll give you a recommendation. You worked hard in my class. I can say you're a hard worker and you're diligent and you make good grades and you persevere and you show up on time and you come to class and you talk and you're reasonable when you talk. I can say lots of things about you and maybe help you get a job, I hope. So that's social money. Does that make sense to you? It's like spending money. So you earn it when you make relationships with people.